Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are going to be playing Boros Convoke. I've seen this deck everywhere, but I've been on the other end of it and generally been winning against it, but they've been playing a lot new cards and I wanted to try it out myself because I've played it in the past. And the main key piece that we get in this deck is the Warden of the Inner Sky from the new Ixalan set. And it is just a house. We see it take over a game, a couple games actually, just providing a lot of scry value and things like that, and then going over the top to sail in for the victory. Outside of that, we also got an additional 3-drop. I keep messing it up. I've had to record this intro twice because I can't say the name. I just keep fumbling the bag, so I'm not going to do it again. But we keep playing this one, and it has the battle cry effect. As you can see, whenever this creature attacks, each other creature gets at 1-0. Works incredibly well with Recruiter to make all of our things generally like 3, whatever. They're calling it 3x. So Recruiter gives it a 1-0. This gives it a 1-0. And then Recruiter will obviously give everything haste afterward. It was very, very nice. It's definitely a 1-2 punch with Recruiter that can end the game. So outside of that, I hope you all enjoy. I hope if you do enjoy, you find it in your heart to subscribe. So stupid. Let's just get into the games. Somebody forgot to remove the files and start a new recording. Not me, not me. Please, no, not me. I want to have a beautiful voice. Don't you guys like that? Can we keep this hand? Hand's close. I think I can. A little bit weird, but I don't know. This hand might be considered a little too soft based on like how this Gleeful Demolition will probably plan out. Reno, you know, gotta boot up the bats. Gotta get the hamster rolling. To get these servers up in action. It's R4 E3 W2. No idea what that means. Don't cancel me. Boros themselves, but they're playing Swiss Spear, which implies a couple of things. Get NT now. We'll probably go ahead and bend Gleeful Demolition here, I think. Because I want to put a counter on Warden. Stalker Frenzy is like fine. It's a 2-of in the deck. But I want to dig. We don't play a lot of lands, and so we had a significantly less chance to hit a land there. So I wanted to thin just to hopefully hit one in the coming turn. Also, if I have to untap with the Warden and just kind of hold it back, I will. You're going to do the same thing, huh? Okay. I was like, good trigger, but they hit another land. No blocks for us. We favor our attacks a lot more here, I think. And now we actually can kind of commit to an attack. We're just trading here. I'm going to let this go because worst case scenario, I'll flash in this reinforcements. And land is fantastic here. Now I feel a little bit bad letting that go, but obviously Knight Errant Via is a lot better. Doesn't rely on a lot of things. Let's just pass here. It'd be pretty obvious we're holding this up, but maybe not. In case they go crazy, we have blocks, but if they want to commit to an attack, it gets a little bit weird because then Recruiter becomes lethal, I think. Yeah, 5 creatures, 2 power minimum is, or is it 3 power minimum? Yeah, it'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it'd be enough, I think. Math's hard. This is 10 plus 2 more 2/2s. Yeah, we'd be fine. It's fine, chat. Leave me alone. Ancestral Anger, not a whole lot I can do about it. Maybe they'll double attack here. That's what we're hoping for. Maybe they'll feel comfortable at 12. Maybe they won't feel comfortable at 12. Who knows? The monster trade situation. It is. Are we committing here? That's an 8/6. Pretty thick. The land. Let's see a double attack. Ah! So close. So close. And this will trigger. This will go up even more so. And we're going to take 9. That's just in. I have to do math. If they block this, is it still enough? So this will be 3. This will be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, so close. That's frustrating. Actually, no, it gets there because of the NT, right? Of course, they have to not have anything. I mean, I'm going for it. Combat. We attack. We discard this. Triggers all around. We put a counter here. Oh, I could have given it to NT and give it trample. Oh, I keep forgetting that it has trample. You have a white protection spell or something. It didn't matter, but I should have given it to NT just to give it that extra trample. A little mistake there, you know. But either way, we come away with it. Aggro, we went on to play, so we got to kind of dictate how the game was going to go. So our opponent goes first. Our hand's like fine. We have a land, we have a NT, we have kind of our top end that we want. I think we go for it. It's like one of the downsides of not having too many reps on a deck, because sometimes you make decisions that the person that's more experienced with it might never make. What type? Harvester, sure. We do hit another land, which is good. Let's ensure that they use this blood type harvester here. I would imagine they're going to, because this can cause a lot of problems, and then we can play a plains, play the epicure, play the bunnycorn. We're having a good time. Main problem going to be, how do we beat a Brotherhood end? How do we beat a burn down the house? There's a lot of questions that need answered. Cut down's available. Cut down is available. Let us play here. Play here. This epicure down. This will be a 4/4, so blood type harvester won't be enough. If they play another one, however, it will. I guess it's only a 3/3. Why did I think it was a 4/4? Oh yeah, because my creature died previously. Never mind. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So now they have like cut down, remove bunnycorn, or go for the throw bunnycorn, attack, and then I have to awkwardly decide if I want to block or not. They could also attack and then Brotherhood in and just clear the board entirely. Yeah, it's big Rakdos. It's the version that ended up taking down like a standard challenge recently, I think. Could be wrong on that. But we're going to take the damage. We want to be aggressive. Attacking my creatures is not a way to do that. Let us play in Ganjo. Let us play... Play a Warden. Then we'll try to scry here, I think. Then holding this back. Enough to trade, I guess. Epicure. Can kind of go to the bottom, I guess. Kind of looking to set up a knight for max value and then set up for the recruiter after. I know we're one turn away from getting floored, but this is the downside of being on the draw against a heavily spot removal deck. I think it's where we'll see this get sacked. Take out the NT, of course. Shieldred coming in. Need a lot of things to kind of answer this Shieldred. A draw. That is not an answer per se. Activate. I hate that it tells me to activate it this way. Do it like this. Get to look at the top. Maybe grab 2 creatures. Maybe not grab 2 creatures. Resolute Reinforcements is actually really good because it curves out well with our recruiter. We'll grab both of these and then we'll just pass. Then where you will shoot for lethal next turn. I find it hard to get there. Might have a Gix. Ooh, that bat was kind of crucial, I think. Take this recruiter out of hand, but maybe they don't think we have one. Comes Big Dino, maybe? Yeah, I just don't know how we're going to beat this. Removal, removal, removal. It's just tough. And there's another Shieldred. I mean, best case scenario, I think. I mean, absolutely. Oh, even better case scenario. We have to take this. I don't know if the math works out. I'm not going to try to figure it out too much. Because it either works or we die. You know, kind of one of those scenarios. So let us throw out reinforcements. Do recruiter. I don't think it's anywhere near enough. But it's blocked as 5 and hope I don't have it, I guess. I don't think I do. Yeah. But I don't think I'm winning regardless. You could argue maybe I'm supposed to take one more turn, but it doesn't matter. I don't know what they're waiting for. Just kill me, please. Alright. Our opponent's back. We kept our opening 7. I'll try to cut it off for you. My plan is to play Sundown Pass initially, so we have the white mana for our bunny corn and like other shenanigans. On a red, I have a feeling that they're mainly just going to want to attack here. So let us just play bunny corn first and see how much they commit to an attack, and then we can play this guy, this gal, this bat lady. That's probably the worst of everything I said. Look at her. So excited. The vampire though. Double red. This is a small little bunny corn. See if I'll trade it. Play a Felden. Phoenix Chick. That's not good. Don't play with fire it. Don't mean it. Don't mean it. Ah, they mean it. Yeah, probably should have played MT first, but you know, it's fine. We'll be fine. Everything's fine. Yes. So the play here is, I would assume we want to play this, then make a creature. Although if this dies, it won't actually die because Kamano will exile it and the replacement effect will come in. I feel very weird with how this game's turning out right now. I don't like it. Help. If it's in the festivities, I might just straight up concede. So if we're tanking this hard in the festivities, like, there's no hope. Okay. That's gone. Permanently. We said it would be. Maybe they don't know what happened, but we passed. Our goal is to try to get this Knight Errant of Eos down. Play land, play that. That's 3 creatures. Yeah, that works. Play this. And play this. We have a 4/4. We get to look. We'll take another one of these. And I guess we'll take a... Probably just go ahead and take a Warden so I could double spell next turn. If I want. Obviously, reinforcements probably just like ever so slightly better, but we have to take what we can. Let's see. Have haste. I didn't think they had haste, but you know, always gotta double check. Alright. A double attack here means Knight is blocking this, and the reason Knight's blocking that is because I don't want them to put it back in their hand and use it to draw a card later to maybe try to find lethal. Our red player is a thinker, dude. Help. Ooh, good draw. Okay. That means we want to get this down this turn. And play Epicure as well. Yeah, because we want this to attack or be able to attack. We have 2 bats that can block the Phoenix Chick. Bonk them for 1. It might matter. If we get an option to maybe double block here and then maybe double block here, we might. But I don't think that helps us in the long run. Especially with how strong this will be. But also, with that said, it's so strong alone. No land for our opponent. Very nice. I might just get Mono off the board if I can, I guess. If just Phoenix attacks, I'm feeling okay about it. Nine. What's the difference in 9 and 7? I think one block won't kill us. I guess maybe we're just supposed to double block if that's the case. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's do this. Get all these out there, and let's do this. Get that out there. And then we put the pressure on now, because this can't block. This is available. And then I can play an NT and give this trample next turn, and that shouldn't matter. So, yeah, let's get these in. Get their life total as low as we can and have this NT give this trample. They don't block this. It makes no sense, in my opinion. It's just way less pressure. They hit a land. Right now they have 5 points, 4 points of damage on the board. Maybe a little bit more. Epic here comes in. Got that blood token. Isn't it messed up that Bunnycorn dies to an end of festivities? We looking at what they do. We have like a spell to remove them. Okay, that's fine. So we have guaranteed lethal. They might not think so, but we do. This is a situation where I just complained last turn. Let's just do it. And see, we have to have this lane in hand. We almost kind of punted it, to be honest. Yep, we'll discard this. We'll give this trample, and then it is all over from there. It'll be 10 on its own, and then any amount that goes through on the side will work. Ooh. 10 is just probably not keepable, I think. We have a lot of top end, but realistically, we need a lot of this lower end here. This is keepable. Knight Errant is actually somewhat playable. This is the only card in my hand is not. Kimono again. Would have thought. Let's get this Sokuzan down. Let's get this frontliner in. Might attack with it or something, and then Gleeful Demolition it. That's a 3/3. No. I got plans with that card. And it really doesn't work, right? Because it would only be 4 creatures. Let us just play Bunnycorn and I guess hope it survives here. Then hold the line. And then now we can just play our big stuff. That'll work. Especially if Bunnycorn survives. But if Godric comes down, it actually gives us a creature to block. So we're not completely dead to what's on board. We take a lot though. Yeah, so extra land's gonna actually help support this. We attack here. Makes that a little bit bigger, but obviously we have to kind of hold it back. Play an NT here. And let's do this on this. Now we kind of have an impressive board. We could play Knight, but we actually have to use these creatures. Kind of hold the line, I think. Then maybe play Knight after. We really have to play towards our one-shot potential more than anything else. And the problem here is our Battlefield Forge is our only source of white outside of tapping the Bunnycorn. We don't really want to take the damage if we don't have to. Okay. This might be a scenario in which we trade off a lot of stuff, but we have to be careful not to trade too much that our Bunnycorn also dies. Empty graveyard, huh? A block here, a block here, a block here. Three things to die in this scenario. Guess we do it like this and we just die to a monstrous rage. Like the problem of being on the back foot against mono red is you don't generally get a lot of good choices. As a monstrous rage, I don't blame them for tanking right now because they're probably trying to find a way to find lethal if they can. Being on Squee doesn't really do anything. You can put it on a creature that's just empty. I would prefer to put it probably here. On that goblin on the side, because that means it gets the empty off the board, and then the bunny corn will die as well, and then you basically guarantee a win anyway. I mean, but maybe there's lethal. I guess on the bloodthirsty adversary on the left is probably just lethal. Find it. Just because of the way it works. Yeah. I don't think I have a lot of choices. Sucks. I'm dead regardless. I just get put in block duty forever, so it's fine. Is what it is. Oh man, it's just like so close a lot of times, but we'll keep in. Yes. We don't need removal. We're removing something we're losing. Thoughts? He needs to get a shielded off the board anyway. Let's play a frontliner. Could be soldiers in theory. Play land, we'll pass, and we'll play reinforcements unless they show us blue. Or can we get underneath this deck? Time. Pass? It's very possible. We just need one more land and it becomes significantly more possible. They do not. They have the mana for like a get lost, but they don't have the mana for much else. Landline binding's not possible here. Oh, land source here. Let's go. I'm going to probably give up an attack here to play this knight. Just in case I find another one drop. Actually, this is one of the weird cases where that's actually better to leave up. Normally, Merrick's you want to tap immediately because like it never makes sense to have that your thing. But here's Knight. Tap 3 creatures. We need 3 drops. We miss. Okay. I mean, I prefer to miss there over like the alternative, I guess. Virtue. Good thing we didn't attack regardless. Maybe this is token doubler? Oh no. Oh no. Help. Get what if I play? Whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell from exile, I put a 1/1 counter and create a food token. You have. Ooh. Yeah, that makes sense. We're definitely attacking with our knight here. I guess we just go for like the lethal play. This, I mean, we have to find something, right? We want to play more things on the ground. I guess we just do this and play them both, right? And just tell us Epicure we're not interested in its services anymore. We attack, of course, now. They'll block, which is actually fine with us. Then we play Warden, make sure we don't mess this up. And then we play Frontliner, make sure we don't mess this up. Then we'll go ahead and scry away, which won't really matter. Yes, does that matter? Probably not, because we want to be about as wide as possible. So we actually want to look for a 1-drop probably, if this isn't just what we play. I'll play it now, like if they tap out, of course. But if they're playing is like play this, Make that a little bit bigger. I'm not too opposed. They have nothing else. Like, we're feeling very comfortable with what's happening. I mean, get it to yourself, opponent. Let's just play the recruiter. You'll make another food, of course, but I am threatening a lot here. I put a counter there. I'm in. We want this to go on our smaller creatures. No point in putting them on the knights. If they would have put one on Rocco, maybe we would have put him on the knights so they wouldn't be able to block them freely. They block there. I don't think there's any block you can get away with without having to block a knight Aaron vs. Don't think anyway. They block here. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, so close. They block anywhere else, they just lose. They had chances, but it's the Rocco deck. They help us find a recruiter. We had one in hand, but obviously it feels a lot worse just being like, I'll play the one that you gave me. So I have another one of backup. In theory, say they play land to populate the board, I now have another haster just to come in and finish the job. Opponent goes first. That's unfair. We'll keep. Obviously, this isn't going to get paid off probably anytime soon. But let's get this now. We'll take a little bit damage. Grixis here, unless it's domain. This is going to be a little bit annoying, but they didn't lead off with a white vampire. Oh, no. Okay, well, we kind of luck out here. Play an Epicure. Gleeful Demolition this. Let's activate this. This? Let's not put another land on top. Not a fan of that. Do I take this trade? Think no. My answer. I have a lot of good stuff going on for me, so I don't really want to take the trade if I don't have to. It also might be a scenario where I play the NT, or I just play the Bunnycorn. If it's vampires, it should be relatively safe. This turn, no blocks. It's only this turn, so I don't really care. One drop off the top would be best. This is sorcery, so we can't like put a stop on our upkeep to flip these over and like look. Would you like to activate that ability? Okay. We hit a land, which is a little unfortunate, but let us play. I guess we want to play Bunnycorn and just cause like the biggest riot possible. Here comes the big beef. This will get bigger. You please go to the bottom. I like you right now. We'll attack. We're threatening to put them incredibly low, and the main reason for that is to have our recruiter come in and cause a lot of damage. Also, this giving Bunnycorn trample in a really key time will be incredibly important because it'll be massive. Also, this will get flying if we put one more counter on it. Oh, we're in a spot. We're definitely in a spot. Fourth of mana. You said don't take no more manas. We will double block here though, which is a little annoying, but we're definitely going to. And the block will have to go. Do we put Epicure on the first striker and put Bunnycorn on the blood type harvester? So if we block with Bunnycorn on the first striker and then Epicure dies, They don't attack with the Blood Type Harvester. They can then sacrifice it and get our Bunny Corn off the board because our Epicure died. Because our Bunny Corn will now be a 5/5. Alright, pre-combat play. They do nothing again. I like that from you, opponent. I like it a lot. So let us play NT. Causing all sorts of problems. They have 1 mana here. We're going to do the same thing. Just the same thing. Try, not even that important. We could have done this preemptively and then maybe gone to combat, but either way, they get to do whatever they want. Oh, I should have kept that on top because I can actually cast it. Yeah, a little bit of a mistake from me. This is 4. This is 7 for 11. A little tough, I think. I could give it trample. It'd be 8. But they can just block their Death Toucher and call it a day. But they'll take a big chunk of their life total. Actually, it won't take out much because it's got 4 toughness. I'm just attacking with this. Will allow it to happen. I don't think I need to diversify my mana much more than what's already happening. Here, we got a big creature in the air. This is also why Warden of the Sky is so annoying to deal with. I think some people, like, definitely undervalue the card in regards to being like, when would you ever get it to be this large? And it's just like, you would be surprised in these type of situations, in these type of decks where we make all these goblins and then we're constantly activating this. And then when you get to that upside, this creature that you thought was not a threat to you at all becomes the absolute menace to your game plan. Because now it's a 5/6 flyer. I have 2 Bunny Corns. I have an NT that can give him trample. If at any point I draw an Epicure, not a Voldarian Epicure, a Imperial Recruiter, it's just like over on the spot. It's definitely troublesome for sure. And if the Preacher attacks, so be it. They'll make a 1/1 lifelinker, and we'll take 2. 3 mana here. What is the play? Sure. Oh, the Recruiter was 3rd. No. NT, however, triggers, and now we get another card draw, which is actually really nice. That's the weird part about NT, and this doesn't go away until our end step. So on their end step, we'll still have this Gleeful Demolition. Doubt it will be useful. It is just like a thing you have to be cautious of whenever you're playing against this card. It's no matter like when, it's just when you discard, you get access to more cards. It doesn't even matter how many times you do it, right? Yeah. Does not matter at all. Gleeful Demolition. What do I have that's artifact? I don't think anything, right? Oh, I guess I could blow up theirs. Okay. I mean, fair enough. But let us move to combat. They have just a Cavern of Souls. Oh yeah, we are in there. Do this. We give the Bunny Corn trample, like we said in the past. And then it's just going to be 9 trample damage. Discard that. He will trigger again. We target our bunny. And just having a Cavern up makes like this play all the more valuable and possible. Cavern cannot do anything other than play a creature. I guaranteed 5 in the air. Pretty much have to trade off their board. Bunny Corns won't die. We'll be at 15, sitting at a pretty solid situation. Still lethal? I feel like it's still lethal. Yeah, it just doesn't work. So you die by 2. Live by the demolition, die by the demolition. Okay, everyone. I would say we started off, had like a little bit of a rough go of it at first. A little bit of weird hands in the opening, a couple mulligans that we had to do. But it is a little awkward because we are on 22 lands, so a lot of times you do have to just suck it up and keep that 2-lander and play a lot of your 1-drops and hope it's good. But as you notice, we are only on 3 of these, so like the amount that we had this card today, I think is a little high. I think the general consensus is you play 4 if you want to have it in your opening hand, but you play 3 if you want to see it very close to the top and like somewhat frequently, and you play 2 if it's a bullet, or 1 if you're just like, this is kind of whatever, it can win me a game or whatnot. So it sits at 3, and these are its triggers that are, these are the creatures that allow it to happen. So we also have to have one of these at any point and not get removed. Gleeful Demolition, although this makes like a blood token, so it's pretty hard for it to get removed. And Frontliner, we can always bring it back with the Unearth effect and then get rid of it then. And then we have the Warden of the Sky, which I think is probably the MVP of this deck overall, with how well, as you can see, it did it in that last game. Just by constantly tapping stuff, scrying. I think we would have flooded if we didn't have this in a hand. And then it just constantly kept pumping away at getting a lot bigger, making blocks a lot harder, and then just flying over the top at the end to do the extra bit of damage that we needed to find lethal later on. Outside of that, we have obviously the Bunny Corn and the NT, which is, I think, the hardest to kind of figure out which one to play where. NT, obviously, if your hand's a lot worse, you might have to play this early, but you can also have the Bunny Corn come out, kind of be like a sacrificial pawn, you know, just an expansion pawn. Test reference, you know, as it will be. But I think Reinforcements, awkwardly enough, is kind of your best 2-drop to an extent, because obviously you want it to be triggering these Knight Errant of Aesios. You can flash it in. The flash is very important and things like that. And then we have these other ones to come in after, especially if we do flood, and then we have the Recruiter after playing these, and it just gets a lot better. The other main new card that we kind of get access to, and one of the things that made this deck a lot better, is our 3-drop spot. Our 3-drop slot got a lot better. Some play Packle, some play this. It's a little bit like, what do you want to do? I do like this card because it does provide you extra creatures, which is what this deck wants to be doing overall. And then it has that Battle Cry effect. It gives everything a 1/0 and kind of acts as a recruiter. It doesn't give your creatures haste or anything like that, but it does give them the same amount of buff as Recruiter. And if you have this in play and next turn you play Recruiter, your creatures are getting that +2/+0, and it is mayhem from there. Then, of course, we just have the 2 of Witchstalker Frenzy to kind of be like a Silver Bullet if we need it at times, to just get like a Shielded out of the way, or a thing that gains life. Like, for example, a what's the Phyrexian 7/5? Like, that's important to have this for. And then we have this Knight Errant of Eos to obviously do what it does best. Outside of that, here's a sideboard. The sideboard is a little bit more like, put a wedding announcement in for the matchups that are grindy, where you just need to draw some cards. And then I think everything in this sideboard is pretty self-explanatory. Like, if you're playing against Domain, this is obviously good because you can just like deal on Atraxa and hit them with it and find a lethal way that way. Barrages are really good against like the control decks because they are uncounterable and they blow up like the white or blue, so this is really good against soldiers. That's why there's 4 in the deck. Lantern Flare kind of for that mono red match, and then Witchstalker Frenzies to also come in and help if we want to be, especially like if you're on the play. Witchstalker is a lot better because your opponent is more than likely on that back foot anyway, so we want to be a little bit more progressive about our attacks. And 1 mana deal 5 to creature is pretty good. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. I like the additions that this deck has gotten. It is definitely a wheelie deck. You'll have really high highs and you'll have really low lows with this deck. I think we've seen that in the past with the videos I've played. I just keep seeing this deck everywhere, so I wanted to give it another throw and see how well it did in the meta today. So outside of that, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.